Hello, everybody,
and
welcome
to Ghoul Society. That's my big sister Jamie,
and that's my little sister Sarah. We are grateful to be recording on the unceded, stolen territories of the Songhees and Esquimalt First Nations and the Lekwungen and Wasatch peoples whose historical relations with the land continue to this day. As uninvited guests, we are committed to disrupting racism and colonial violence within ourselves, our families, and our communities. By listening to this podcast, you've officially been inducted into the Ghoul Society.
Jamie's back! Woo! Wait, which one's the applause? Close enough.
That's what everyone's
Laugh
doing now that
track.
I'm back.
Laughing?
They're like, get this girl off the fucking show.
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know.
No.
That's what, oh, no? They're like, yay. Well,
Yay.
you know, I really loved the Skeptic episode with Montana.
Yeah.
I'm expecting another one.
Okay, well, there was going to be another one, and then we just didn't record it. So,
Yeah, fair.
you know.
Well, now that we're officially live, I have something to give to you.
We're live? Okay. Wait, let me get it on video. I'm making a TikTok, guys. I'm a TikToker now.
Ayo, what's up,
Follow
TikTok?
us on TikTok.
Hey.
Ghoulsociety.pod, I think.
Love it.
You find us.
You'll find
Okay, what
us.
am I getting?
Okay, I have to get up.
Okay. Is this what you've been working on for months and months and months?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Okay. Should I close my eyes? Okay. Yeah, I'm just closing my eyes. Is it big? I don't know what's happening.
Ready?
Yeah.
And look.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Wait, keep holding it because I want to show them on TikTok. Oh my god.
Ding,
Oh my
ding,
god.
ding, ding, ding,
Okay, that's gonna fall over.
I'll set you back up.
It's so sick.
Yeah. So Sarah is holding a knitted sweater that I've been working on for a few months. It has a dark gray background. We'll post a photo of it, but it has a dark gray background. It has purple bats with hearts. It has white ghosts and pumpkins. It has yellowy moons and stars, and then it has orange kitties at the bottom because it's kind of like Simba, Sarah's kitty. And it's like supposed to be kind of like an oversized, cozy sweater vibe for fall.
Okay.
Yay! Oh, it looks so good. Wait. Oops.
Okay, hold on.
So good. I love it. I knew it would look really good on you too.
You guys, this is the sickest thing ever. How sick do I look?
So sick. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Oh my god, it's perfect.
You're welcome.
You blocked it, right?
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you, sister.
You're welcome.
It's so
It's
nice.
your Halloween sweater.
Is this my engagement present?
Sure. I started it, I think, before then.
Before you knew?
No, it hasn't been that long.
Great.
But I started it a while ago.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah.
What's it made out of? Wool?
Yep.
Wow. Oh my god.
For all my knitting nerds out there, it's Drops Nepal. That's the kind of wool it is.
Whoa.
And it's super beautiful. I actually don't know what the blend is, but I feel like there's maybe some alpaca in it because it's fluffy.
Is it so hairy?
Let me just look for a moment. Okie dokie.
This thing is so sick. I need to see it. It's perfect. I also really love a tight neck.
Oh, good.
I love
okay,
a
good.
tight neck with oversized fit.
Yeah, phew. Good. Because I struggled.
Really? Did you have to redo it?
Yes.
I know. I love a tight neck when I'm
Good.
wearing oversized.
And I was worried that it was going to
Clothes.
be like, I know it's like too big for like, well, okay, here's the thing about sweaters I'm realizing is that actually it's so fun when they're really big.
Yeah.
Like, oversized is a vibe, and I think it looks really, really good.
Yeah, it does. No, it literally fits me perfectly.
Yeah. So it's 65% wool, 35% alpaca, made in Peru.
Yeah, it's the nice stuff.
Yeah, the wool is from South America. So, yep. Lots of hard work went into that bad boy. And it was really fun because I'm just getting into doing color work projects.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks so good.
Thanks.
Because I know that you haven't done a lot of color. You've just done like
base ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like yarn that has different color as you knit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like some self-striping ones. But also, a lot of the time, I just do, like, single colors.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you can see, like, on the back, kind of, that's, like, where all the threads are, you know?
Yeah, it looks so good. I was wondering what you've been making me all these months.
I forgot that I told you I was making you something.
Yeah, I've been like, what is she doing?
That's so funny. And now
wow,
you know.
I love it. This
Thanks.
is amazing.
Well, anyway, this is a spooky, ghouly, a true crime sometimes podcast. So for those of you who are new, hello, welcome. We're so glad that you're here with us.
Yeah.
And those of you that keep returning,
thanks.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yeah.
Because
it's been so long.
It's been a long time. It's been a long day.
It's been like 3 months. 2 months. 3 months.
I know.
That's so long.
But we kind of kept it going. Sorry we had to skip a week.
Sorry, but not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry, because sometimes you girls need a break. Listen, we're not paid for this shit.
Yeah.
So, you know.
We're almost at 2,000 listens.
I know. I actually thought that we were at more than that. But that's fine.
Well,
2,000 is amazing.
Yeah.
And I think once we get back to like once a week.
Mm-hmm. And my TikTok.
And yeah.
I think I have like 30 followers on TikTok.
What? Okay. Mm-hmm. That's really cool, actually.
My last TikTok has almost 500 views.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the most on any of the ones that I've made so far.
And that was the day in the life?
No.
Oh.
What? Where have you been?
I don't have TikTok.
I've made like 8 TikToks.
What? Sarah out here doing the work.
Yeah, I'm doing all the social.
I don't have TikTok. So, I don't know. Sometimes Sarah sends me TikToks. And I just have to watch them like in a web browser.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you need to log in. And I'm like, I can't. I remember getting TikTok once for like 5 seconds. And then I was like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
Because I knew it would just be infinite doom scrolling forever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll show you all my TikToks after.
Okay.
Oh, also, I've been posting on my personal TikTok as well.
Oh.
To try to draw people to it's ghoul.societypod. But we have 21 followers.
Yay.
Thank
you, 21
Thank you, everybody. There's this TikTok page I follow, and they're called 7 Sins Paranormal.
Ooh.
And it's just a bunch of ghost hunters in Victoria, Australia.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and they just like post like them, how do you cope with stress? Me, ghost hunting. And they're just like so iconic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but anyway, I just thought I'd shout them out.
Beautiful.
But yeah, I'll show you. Actually, one of them I'm really proud of. So I'll show you later.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah, everybody go follow me on TikTok.
What have you been watching these days? Any recommendations?
Well, I'm a bit behind on the time, but Montana and I watched the documentary. Sorry, I have to Google it.
Is it about the Titan submersible?
No.
Oh, because I watched that one decently recently.
Oh, Amy Bradley is missing.
Whoa.
It's a docuseries about Amy Lynn Bradley, who went missing on a cruise ship.
Oh, shit.
And her story, along with so many others that have gone missing on cruise ships, is why I will never go on one. Because how can you... She went missing when, like, they were in the middle of the ocean.
She just fell off. I don't think it's that complicated.
But people have seen her.
In real... Like, since then?
Yes.
Oh.
Like, years later, they've seen her.
Well, maybe she just
Like,
wanted
the
to restart
islands.
her life.
Well, most people think that she either fell overboard or she was smuggled off the ship.
Yeah, true. Like sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, because there are a couple people who claim to have seen her and, like, actually spoken with her, and she's been like, I can't leave. Like, my name is Amy Lynn Bradley, and...
That's so sad.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah. So, that's why I will not... Jamie's setting up my tripod. That's why I will not go on cruise ships, because they're just so big. And, you know, I was talking to someone, and they're like, no, cruises are fun because there's sometimes when you're on the ship and you're in an area of the ship and there's no one else around. And I was like, yeah, isn't that, like, kind of terrifying?
You're not understanding what my fear is. It's
Yeah,
not
I'm like-
being around lots of people.
I'm like,
it's the opposite.
You're telling me that you can be on this giant-ass cruise ship with, like,
1,000 people or more.
And there's sometimes where you're alone and that doesn't freak you out. There's not an infinite a space that you can go to on these ships.
No, it's true. I think that, like, I would probably just get seasick. So I'm kind of not interested.
Oh.
And I'm also not interested, like, okay, I appreciate and respect the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in, like, being on it or in it for extended periods of time.
Yeah.
Too crazy. Like how
Yeah.
I just learned that the Red Sea has a lake at the bottom of it, and how the Mariana Trench is 11 kilometers deep at its deepest point, and that there's, like, shit down there that we don't even know about at all, and none of the ocean is explored, and we know, like, more about Mars.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that shit, no way.
Yeah.
Too existential for me.
Yeah.
But I love it. I'll watch it. Will I ever go in, like, a submersible? No. On a cruise ship? Probably not.
Yeah.
Just not very interested.
Yeah. But anyway, so that there's also this documentary, this docuseries about like young kids and social media and, like, TikTok and YouTube. And it follows this, like, one girl, and her mom, like, started this YouTube channel, and then they kind of started, like, a group. Like, you know how sometimes there's, like, these TikTok houses or these YouTube houses.
Yes. Yeah,
So they,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
started that, but for kids.
Ugh.
But then, like, a
No.
bunch of creepy shit
No.
started happening.
Yeah, of course.
But, like, the girl that this surrounds and her mom, like, declined to be on the documentary, and it's just, like, all these other kids who were affected by them, by the mom.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, and how, like, there's no laws around it. Like, you know how
interesting.
with films and TVs, there's laws that children actors can only work for a certain amount of time. They have to have an adult on site. They have to have, like, a certain amount of hours for school every day. And that's just not the case for YouTube.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I feel
so
like
it's just, like, the dark side of kid influencers.
maybe laws will come into effect one day, but maybe not in the way that the States is right now.
Yeah, right.
Because, yeah. Also, I was, like, making a weird face when you were talking because did you hear the mic interference? Oh, maybe it's just on my end. It was like, beep, beep, bzz, and I was like,
Is there spirit in
hello?
here?
And then I felt sick. Oh my god, I didn't tell you. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay.
Did you see a ghost?
No, but
What happened?
was with my best friend and her partner, and we all went into Vintage After Death,
Okay.
which is above that little, like, scary, you know, that basement place?
Yeah.
in Market Square.
Yeah.
So, are you listening or are you on your watch?
I'm listening. It's not on video.
Oh, here. Just ask me.
Dang. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so.
I want your story on both modes.
So we go into Vintage After Death.
Mm-hmm.
And I go immediately, I turn, because we go in the back door.
Yeah.
Boop, turn right. I'm looking at the sales rack. All of a sudden, I get the craziest feeling of vertigo and like sick, like I'm gonna puke immediately that I've ever experienced.
Whoa.
It was like when we were in the change room.
Yeah.
At Flavor.
Yeah.
And we got that wave.
Yeah.
It was that, but like 10 times worse. And I was like, turned to Allison, I was like, I just got so dizzy and so sick. I'm like, I need to sit down like right now. And so I'm sitting down and I'm still feeling it.
Yeah.
And then I started getting like dissociated, but it didn't go away until we left Vintage After Death. And we were in there for like not a super long time, maybe like 15 minutes or something, but it was like long enough where I was like, oh, one, how do people work in here? And then Allison started feeling it too. And then Allison's partner was like, maybe there's a ghost. I was like, yeah. Like literally. So that was my ghosty, spooky, and that's the thing.
And
is
you
like,
felt okay when you, like, after you had left? Did it dissipate?
Yeah.
Like, rapidly?
Pretty quick.
Whoa.
I would say within like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I was fine. It was
so
crazy. It's so weird because it's like, why? Like, I'm trying to explain it away and I'm trying to understand, like, why am I feeling these things? And, like, there must be a reason for it. You know, like, your brain is like, there must be a reason. But, like, I also do believe that it's just spirits. But I think when I'm with other people, I want to be like, oh, no, it's this or this or this.
Yeah.
Yeah, for fear of, like, I don't know, judgment maybe, which is ridiculous. I'll unpack that later. But, yeah, I'm like, okay, just, like, got attacked by some spirits. Not attacked, because it wasn't, like...
Maybe they're just saying hello.
Yeah. Next time,
maybe
don't make me sick, though, but...
Yeah. Well, maybe they were just... Maybe it's like a residual thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like the energy is there. Residual energy is there in it. Maybe something, I don't know, moved through you or something.
Yeah, totally.
Or used your energy.
And it's above that really spooky, haunted downstairs area that has had like a dance studio and like other things in it, and no one stays in there because it's too intense.
Yeah, that's where the haunted walks are hosted out of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was crazy. Also, the last thing I want to say before we begin this story is it's almost spooky season, bitches. Woo! Buckle up.
No, like it is spooky season though, because PSLs are back, so that
that's so funny because the other day I was like talking to some friends and I was like, yes, it's pumpkin spice time, it's fall, and they were like, oh my god, this is so
no, it is
stupid.
though, because that is back, and also Bath and Body Works is having their, if you know you know, they're having their 3-wick candle sale, so each candle is $15.
Whoa.
So I went yesterday with my girlfriends.
Nice.
And I got my sweater weather candle because that's my favorite one of their collection. That one and the pumpkin apple one, or cinnamon apple. That one's really good. They had one last year called Fall Forest.
Ooh.
And that one is, I think, maybe my favorite. They didn't have it this year.
Probably sold out. Or
no,
they
like
just
they
didn't
just
carry it.
didn't. They don't have it again.
No.
And I'm so devastated because it was so good.
That's so annoying.
But as long as they have sweater weather, I will buy that one because it has like eucalyptus. It's a little bit lighter.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, because I don't like strong. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like strong scents, but I do like incense. But I don't really like candles, like flavored candles. Because it's too much. Yeah. Also, I did like feel it in the air the other day.
Crisper.
I like went outside.
It's crispy.
It's crispy. Yeah.
It's crispy.
And it was crazy because when I was up north, I felt this already. Yeah. And now I'm here and I'm experiencing like the beginning again. But then the north also had like a warm streak too. So
yeah.
Anyways, Well, I'm going to share a story with you.
Okay, I'm ready. We missed your stories.
Aww. Okay, this one,
Uh-oh.
it's
Trigger
not
warning.
that crazy.
Oh.
No. It's really actually not that crazy. But I was like, the story is well known and it needs to be told and it's local. And I was like, I'm just feeling like this is making sense for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Maybe it'll be understood later. But yeah. Have you ever looked to the Parliament building and thought to yourself, who designed this motherfucker?
Oh, this guy? You're going to talk about this guy?
Well, let me get into it. But, I have troubles with Parliament, obviously, because everything it resembles is kind of antithetical to my own beliefs, especially on Turtle Island. But if we remove ourselves for a moment from its governments and legislations and solely focus on the architecture of the building, we are gonna talk about this guy.
This guy.
I also know that the Parliament, so sometimes I'm going to say the ledge because that's like what the locals call it. Sometimes I'll refer to Parliament, but it's the Parliament building that's in downtown Victoria, quote unquote, BC, quote unquote, and it's like the main government house for all of BC.
Yeah, because
it's a capital city.
Yeah,
so crazy. Wait, isn't that so crazy?
Yeah. I don't know why they just didn't pick Vancouver. How do you pick a capital city? Because they should just revote.
I think
everyone thinks Vancouver already is the capital city.
I know, because it's a bigger one.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Is that upstairs?
Maybe. Also, the window is open, but anyway. So I know that this building brings a lot of tourism into Vic, which is good and bad, but we're not going to get into that right now. So this 500-foot-long building officially began operating in 1898 and has an andesite facade. And andesite is a volcanic type of rock, along with white marble, a large central dome, and 2 end pavilions. Ooh. The style combines Baroque, rigorous symmetry, sculptural massing, and rusticated surfaces of the then popular Renaissance style. So essentially it kind of looks like a castle, but not like a castle.
Yeah. It's
and
true.
Like the copper on the tops of the domes, for those who don't know, it was made with copper, and then over time, obviously, it has turned green. So the domes are green.
Copper does, as it oxidizes and
That's
stuff.
Right. Which must be purposeful.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. They gotta know.
I mean, yeah, but why do you think all, like, government buildings have that? Because it's also prevalent in Europe as well.
Right.
Do you think it's just because there was a lot of copper ore?
Maybe. Copper's so cheaper.
Shiny.
It's shiny, and then, like, when it turns green. It turns like a hospital green. It's so weird.
Yeah. But did they know that it was going to turn green?
I feel like yes. Probably could have looked it up, but... I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to close the window.
Yeah, we can hear people. I think I need a tripod.
Yeah.
So that I can be a real TikToker. What's up, you guys?
What's up, guys? It's Sam and Colby.
What's up, you guys?
What's up, you guys? It's Jamie and Sarah. Oh my god. Okay, once all was said and done, the building exceeded the budget by $500,000, with the final cost being $923,000. So it cost over 100% more than what they thought it was going to.
Why didn't they just make it smaller?
Good question.
Cut costs, make it smaller, guys.
You know what they say in construction, double the time and triple the cost.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Okay.
But do you want to guess 1898 money of $923?
Oh, that was that. Oh.
Yes.
Oh. 2.5 million.
Wait, you guessed 2.5 million?
Yeah.
It's 2.4 million.
Oh, fuck Yeah.
Wow, good job.
That's like the closest we've ever gotten, I think.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though when you think about it? Like these days, that's not even that much money.
I know.
Like properties in Vic cost 2.5 million.
Yeah, I was just like, a measly 2.5 million.
Yeah, easy peasy. Anyway, so you might be thinking to yourself, Jamie, why are you droning on about the Parliament building?
Yeah, well,
shut up. Well, did you know,
Who
Sarah,
fucking cares?
that the architect of this building designed it because he actually had won a competition?
Yes.
Oh. So this architect, his name is Francis. Oh yeah. I guess I never said it out loud when I was making the story, and I was like, that's wrong. No, that's right. Francis Mawson Rattenbury. And he has a very interesting story to share.
Yeah, he does.
Rattenbury was born October 11th, 1867, so you know he was a bit of a gloomy, spooky babe at birth already.
Hopefully.
He was actually born in Leeds, England, where he began his architectural career with an apprenticeship in 1884 to the, quote, Lockwood and Mawson Company, end quote, in England. His parents were John Owen Rattenbury, a merchant and later an artist, and Mary Ann Mawson, who was probably a full-time mom, amongst many other jobs that I couldn't find any record of course, because the patriarchy.
Classic patriarchy strikes again.
This apprenticeship he did was actually under his uncle's firm, so I'm sensing nepotism right off the bat here. And when Rattenbury turned 25, he was like, see ya, and he sailed across the ocean to Canada, arriving in Vancouver, BC in 1891. Mm-hmm. Now I want to get into more of like the deeper history, which is why I didn't like hit it right off the bat of pre-contact history. But at this time, Vancouver's settler population was around 13,000 to 19,000 people, with its economy being driven by sawmills and the Canadian Pacific Railway and British and American capital funding its growth. So, which is crazy, like I didn't know that America funded Vancouver.
Frickin' America, they're everywhere.
Yeah. And also by this time, the original inhabitants of this area, namely the Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Musqueam, had been strategically and violently dispossessed and displaced of their lands, and thus their cultures, traditions, ceremonies, food sources, and families which extend to non-human families. I found a small anecdote that encapsulates some of this displacement, and it goes as follows. One morning in 1887, in a Squamish village immediately west of Vancouver called Tsleil-Waututh, today, which is part of Stanley Park, a family was eating breakfast when they were startled by the heavy thump of an axe hitting wood, and then another chop, and then another, and the house shook. The family rushed outside to find a couple of men chopping at the corner of their home.
What the fuck?
Recounting the moment years later, August Jack Catsalano, a famous Squamish chief who was only a boy at the time, remembered his sister Louise asking them what they were doing. "We're surveying the road," one responded. "Whose road?" asked Louise. "Is it white man's?" So this anecdote is tied to the creation of Stanley Park in 1887, which led to the removal of long-time Indigenous residents, the demolishment of homes, the empty promises of compensation, and in an ironic twist admits attempts to erase Indigenous history and continue the lie of the, quote, dead Indian, as coined by Thomas King in his book In the Inconvenient Indian from 2012. Totem poles were erected in Stanley Park to represent cultural resilience. So they tear down their houses and they kick them out, and then they say, let's put these totem poles up and show their cultural resilience.
That's the most Canada thing I've ever heard.
I know. Fucked up. So this is what's happening as Rattenbury is coming to Vancouver. So just wanted to paint that picture for Vancouver. Needless to say, amongst all of this, 1891 Vancouver was a time of growth and prosperity only for those who are privileged to profit, financially or otherwise, off those who have been displaced and dispossessed. So Rattenbury is living La Vida Loca in 1891 on stolen lands when he enters an architectural competition to build the new Ledge building in Vic. He wins, and we end up with the Romanesque Parliament building you see today. This win garners Rattenbury more success over the following years, and he went on to design other well-known buildings, such as the Empress Hotel in Vic in 1908, while he was working for the CPR as their architect. However, when this relationship fell through, he joined their competition, the Grand Trunk Pacific Railway, and designed many hotels and stations for the GTP. In a strange connection to one of my favorite stories, these buildings were never completed because the president of the GTP, Charles Melville Hayes, died in the sinking of the RMS Titanic. I love a good crossover.
Full circle.
So then he's like, fuck, okay. And he like goes to the CPR and he's like, can you please take me back? And so they do.
Can I have my old job
Can I have
back?
my old job back, please? Because
Please.
Charles died in the RMS Titanic.
Oh, no. That really sucks for him. Guess you need a new architect.
Yeah.
Remember me?
Remember me? A few other buildings that Rattenbury designed are as follows. The Crystal Gardens. Do you know the Crystal Gardens? It's
No.
down by the old spaghetti factory. It's not what you think. I'm going to show you a picture now.
Can you just go in it? Oh. Why do I kind of want to go to the old spaghetti factory?
I know.
Like, I kind of want to go to dinner there.
This is it.
Oh, wait. I have to put my glasses back on.
This is it. It's this building. It's nothing really that special.
Yeah.
But you've been inside because I think we went to a market in there before. And it used to have a pool in the center, but now...
I've never been in there.
I don't think...
I've been in the conference center across the street.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
That's where I got my COVID shot.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so the Crystal Gardens, it used to be like this.
It
so
used to
it
just
was
be a pool?
fucking cool. Yeah.
Oh, like a public pool?
I don't really know, actually.
Or was it
Maybe
like
someone can tell us.
the Empress
Maybe.
affiliated?
I actually don't really understand the Crystal Gardens, or Crystal
now?
Garden.
Now just an atrium?
Yeah.
What happens in there? Can you just go in there and eat and hang out?
I don't know if it's just open. Like, usually they have things there.
Event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like markets and stuff.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
not that impressive. I don't know. Maybe we should go to the old spaghetti factory and then check it out.
We should go to the old spaghetti factory because it's haunted.
It is haunted. Well, because it's in the Crystal Garden, essentially. Anyway, so the Crystal Garden and the CPR steamship terminal in Victoria. Do you know it?
What?
It's kind of like...
Where is that?
I know, okay, when I was doing all this research, I was like, wait, what?
That's
But
still
I think
standing?
it's kind of behind... Wait.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. You know
Oh.
it. It's on the harbor.
Oh, that's where the shippies go now.
Yeah.
That used to be the train station?
Yeah, girl.
Can you go in there?
I think so, yeah.
How come I never known this?
Or no, sorry, sir, it wasn't a train station. It was owned by Canadian Pacific Railway, but it was a steamship terminal. Like a ferry terminal, which is, it's not quite that still, but it's like in the same area.
Right.
Like choo-choo, steamship, choo-choo.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Anyways, so he made those with another architect named Percy James. He also did the Vancouver Art Gallery, the Nanaimo Courthouse, the Bank of Montreal, Victoria, which is now the Irish Times pub.
Slay.
The Merchants.
I love Irish Times. Okay,
I
wait.
know.
Side
Yeah,
note.
okay.
If someone from Irish Times ever listens to this, bring back the chicken pot pie. I'm pissed off, man. I'm so fucking mad that you
Holy
got rid of the
shit.
chicken pot pie. I don't care that it's difficult to make. It was so good, and I only had it once. I only got to have it once because the last time I went there, I didn't even look at the menu. I just said, I'll have the chicken pot pie, and she was like, great. She comes back a few minutes later. I'm so sorry, we don't have that anymore. She was like, the menu changed today. I was like,
Holy shit.
they got rid of it because
Did you
it was
cry?
too difficult to make.
Wow. This is why efficiency is violence.
Also, it's like, it's not that difficult because it's just pot pie filling in a bowl and then pastry on top.
Oh, they don't even have a pastry underneath the filling?
Mm-mm. That's how most pubs do pot pies.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway,
So
I'm pissed off.
They're being lazy.
Bring it back.
Crazy. Yeah, bring back chicken pot pie. Anywho.
Rant over.
He also designed the Merchants Bank in Nanaimo, which is now the Vault Cafe. Have you been there?
No.
It's really cool.
Oh.
And it makes sense that it used to be a bank. And it's, when I went upstairs in there was ghosts for sure. Spirits. Sorry. Yes.
Damn.
Yes. And he also designed the original Victoria High School, which was originally on Fort Street and was demolished in 1953.
Where on Fort Street?
I don't know. Do you want me to look it up?
Sure. Also, how come they've spent like $2 billion on the Victoria High School in Fernwood? Like, that's actually bonkers how much they've spent on that.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you about that. They gotta do what they gotta do, baby. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, because I can't find a picture of it.
It's okay.
But holy fuck, look at this picture of Fort Street in the 1800s.
Whoa, talk about Western.
I know. Crazy.
That literally looks like a still from Red Dead Redemption 2, the video game.
Yeah, true.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Ikiak. Okay, if anyone... Well, okay, we need to go to the frickin' archives. You know, the Oak Bay archives? We need to go there.
We can go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we need to... So, back to the story.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria at this time was going through similar violent changes as Vancouver was.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Rattenbury actually lived in Victoria as he was designing new buildings.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see like where he switched over or when, but I think that he was in Vic. So while Vancouver was seen as the industrial hub, Victoria was actually cultivated as a, quote, cultured, civilized English town, end quote. As we know here on Ghoul Society, this was only possible through the dispossession and extreme exploitation of Indigenous peoples and their lands, namely the Lekwungen, Wasanich, Songhees, and Esquimalt First Nations.
Mm-hmm.
In 1911, after 50 years of negotiations, the Songhees peoples surrendered their reserve, which was down by the Johnson Street Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And was then pushed further into modern-day Esquimalt area.
Yeah.
I want to be clear here that this surrender came after 50 years of resistance and claiming responsibility over their lands, as their economy and way of life was dependent upon available resources at specific times of the year, and their lifestyle was extremely migratory.
Mm-hmm.
So this wasn't like a quick sale or like an easy negotiation.
No.
It took so many years of them being like, no, we don't want to give this up.
Yeah.
And then I think push came to shove and they eventually didn't have a choice, unfortunately.
Right. I guess like at some point they had to do what was overall best.
Yeah.
Best for them to continue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their way of life, which is just awful.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, and because I think, like, what would have been best for them to continue their way of life would be to be like, fuck off.
Yeah, but then they would have just murdered.
Yes, exactly. They would have been met with, like, intense violence.
Yeah.
So, yeah. As construction of settler buildings became more frequent, along with the introduction of alcohol and disease, the Songhees continued to be negotiated with and thus pushed further and further away from their traditional lands. Mm-hmm. All of this, as we know, is part of the colonization plan so that the crown could claim the land as their own and settlers could keep moving in to build up industrialization and the European capitalist economy. There's a pretty decent thesis written in 1974 titled The Negotiations to Relocate the Songhees Indians, 1843 to 1911. But I'll say it's obviously outdated. Even in the title, you can tell it's outdated. And I'm pretty sure it's written by a white woman. So if you read it, take it with a grain of salt. Mm-hmm. But I found it to be like, I didn't read the entire thing, but there was some pretty, like, I think decent information in it. Of course, these things are best learned from the community in which things were enacted upon. But I also recognize it's not always easy or possible, and that we can't just rely on other people to teach us.
Yeah.
We need to teach ourselves. Anyways, I just wanted to share all of that because this is part of the context in which Rattenbury was designing these buildings around, quote, Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
So, where am I going with all of this? A few years after winning the competition to design the ledge, he actually lost a competition to build the Saskatchewan ledge, and this is where things go downhill for him.
Uh-oh.
Rattenbury didn't have formal training in architecture.
No.
Remember, he just worked with his uncle, his unkie. And with increasing professionalism in the field, he was very quickly outpaced by more educated architects.
Mm-hmm.
He was also involved with a bunch of financial ventures that didn't work out. Simultaneously, his personal life began to crumble.
Here we go, guys.
No.
Hold on to your butts.
Okay, wait. Before I get into that, I do want to say, like, I don't think that you need to be educated to know how to learn things in the world. Even within architecture, like, I don't think you need those things, and learning from family is an extremely valid way of learning and teaching, and that's, like, the way in different cultures, apart from Western cultures, all the time. But the issue is that, like, other people are getting educated and kind of taking over those jobs.
Yeah.
Because the workforce is focused on professionalism. So it's like a system problem, not necessarily a Rattenbury problem.
Yeah, and it's still like that.
Yes.
Like, trying to get a job without a freaking degree. Good luck.
But then also a degree doesn't even get you a job.
No, it doesn't.
So there's literally no winning.
It's like, oh, do you have a master's? No. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I have an undergrad. Is that not good enough for you?
Nope, not good enough.
Like, it's absolutely insane. It's crazy.
So Rattenbury was married to Florence Eleanor Nunn in 1898, and they had 2 children together named Frank and Mary. 25 years later, in 1923, Rattenbury left Florence for the 27-year-old, twice married, which was very scandalous at the time,
Whoa.
Alma Pakenham. Former clients and associates actually shunned Rattenbury as he had the heating and lighting turned off in Florence's home, and he publicly flaunted his affair with Alma.
Whoa.
I know, kind of fucked up.
That's
This resulted
crazy.
in the couple moving away from Victoria. However, 2 years later, in 1925, Rattenbury married Alma once Florence signed the divorce papers, and the couple moved back with Alma's son, Christopher.
Damn, dude, poor Florence, because she probably couldn't get married after that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because
Hopefully she did, because
Yeah.
Alma did.
yeah,
That
but
was her
he didn't.
third.
But he didn't care.
Yeah, true.
Like society,
Other
mainstream thought was, oh, you're tainted now.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, that's a good point. At this time, they had their own son together named John, and then they decided to move to Bournemouth, England in 1929. So they tried it out in Victoria for 4 years. They were like, nope. And then later that year, his ex-wife Florence actually passed away.
Oh, sad.
Yeah. So let's talk about Alma a little bit. Alma was born as Alma Victoria Wolfe in 1897 in Prince Rupert, BC. Prince Rupert is located on the traditional and unceded stolen territories of the Coast Tsimshian peoples, and it also includes the Niska, Giksan, Haisla, and Haida peoples as well. She, Alma, was a gifted musician from a young age and was part of the Toronto Symphony Orchestra.
Whoa.
Though I don't know how because she wasn't in Toronto.
Also, she was a woman.
But maybe she was moved around.
That's pretty crazy.
She was a kid when she was. Or maybe there was like a like West Coast version.
Or maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little confused. The details are blurry.
Yeah.
It was over 100 years ago. Don't know. In 1914, when Alma was 17 years old, she married Caledon Robert John Radcliffe Dolling. Too many names.
Yeah.
Caledon served in World War I and was stationed in Prince Rupert, where Alma was working to entertain the troops with her musical abilities.
Oh, wow.
In 1950, 1915, the couple moved to England and Alma continued to work at the War Office. A year later, Kaladin was killed in action. And ever the patriot, and now dealing with grief, Alma volunteered with the Scottish Women's Hospital, which was part of the French Red Cross within France. She was awarded with the French Croix degree for her war service.
Wow.
I probably said that wrong. Sorry, not sorry. After having been wounded twice.
Whoa.
She's kind of a badass, but then she becomes kind of not a badass. Alma. Post-war, in 1918, she began an affair with married Compton Pakenham, who divorced his wife 2 years later in 1920. The couple then emigrated to the United States. Pakenham was employed as a lecturer by claiming he held a doctorate even though he didn't.
Oh my God.
And Alma worked as a piano teacher. In 1921, they officially married and had a son, Christopher, and that's who she brought back when she ended up with Rattenbury.
Right.
And somehow within this year, the relationship failed, and in 1922, she took her son and returned to Canada, formally divorcing Compton in 1925 to marry Rattenbury.
Wow.
Very confusing, very messy. It's okay if no one followed any of that. It's just some backstory.
I got it.
Cool. Back to Bournemouth. They've got a son, they've freshly moved to England, and on top of this, Francis has retired now at age 60. So he's 60, and she is 31.
Oh, okay.
So just a little tiny age gap. No big deal. No big deal. 3 decades? No big deal. Totally fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. Word through the grapevine was that they didn't have an unhappy marriage, but it wasn't entirely happy either. They occasionally fought about money, and Francis would give his wife about £1,000. I don't know if this was every year. I think it was every year, to cover all the household expenses, including bills, clothing, food, and alcohol. And Francis was a heavy drinker of whiskey. And education for John. I know you're giving me that face, but £1,000 in 1928. Do you want to guess how much that is?
10,000.
80,282 pounds.
Oh.
And you want to know how much that is in Canadian dollars?
125.
$150,000.
Okay, yeah.
So.
Okay. So that's a lot of money.
Sounds like enough money to me.
Why is she so upset?
Girl, why are you so upset?
Because he's just drinking it away?
Maybe. And maybe they're living beyond their means.
Clearly. Because 150, you're giving them, that's a lot of money.
It's so much money.
That's a lot of money.
I know. I'm trying to do the quick math of how much money that's how much money is that every month? $15,000 almost, I think. And Sarah's doing the quick math here.
$12,500 a month.
Girl.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. That is so much money.
Yeah, come on.
I would die if I had that much money a month.
Okay, but maybe they had a house that was in those times, say our version of those times, $8,000 a month.
Yeah.
And now you only have $4,000 to pay for your kid, your alcoholic husband, food, clothing. Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't be buying new clothing every month anyway. Anyways, whatever.
Oh boy.
Sounds like she couldn't make it work.
That is devastating.
Yeah. According to the gossip of the time, they lived a celibate life with separate bedrooms on separate floors of their home after the birth of their son. Now, to me, this doesn't necessarily mean anything because you can kind of decide to make your relationship whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
And also at that time, couples often slept separately. But let's just go with the idea that things were not amazing between them. Additionally, now this one is weird. There was an incident where Rattenbury gave Alma a black eye in June 1934.
Oh.
Apparently because of his depressive episodes, in which he would threaten suicide. This also doesn't make sense to me. Do you punch your wife when you're depressed? Or was she trying to prevent him from doing something and accidentally got knocked in the eye?
Right.
Don't know.
Who know? They only know.
They only know. And now no one knows.
Yeah.
The same year, in 1934, they put an ad in the paper looking... Okay, also, though, like, you have no money and you're putting an ad in the paper... Sorry, this just hit me. You're like, I don't have enough money. They put an ad in the paper looking for a teenage male live-in servant.
Ew. Why teenage? Ew. Why teenage?
Gotta be young and strong. Young and strong. The times were different. This was not even 100 years ago. This was 90 years ago. Okay. This was answered by George Stoner. He was born in 1916, who they employed as a chauffeur and a handyman.
Okay.
He was 17 years old. So by November 1934, he was 18.
Mm-hmm.
So legally, he was a consenting adult. And at some point, Stoner and Alma began, you guessed it, an affair.
Yeah, I thought that's what would happen. That's why I said teenage. Excuse.
Yeah.
At least he was 18.
I guess. Apparently, Rattenbury was aware of this and he tolerated it. There's like a French word for this when your husband knows and it's just like fine and it's just part of your relationship in your life. So like, cool.
Yeah.
They're living it. They're like, awesome, whatever. But I think by this point, Alma is in her 40s. And no 40-year-old woman should ever be sleeping with an 18-year-old boy because that's called grooming.
Yeah.
So, no. I don't care. I know it's like legally it's okay, but like...
It's weird.
It's not okay because there's a power dynamic and there's all this shit. Like
also, she's his employer.
Yes.
So that's double
also,
power dynamic.
Yeah. And also, like, your brain is not developed at 18.
Yeah.
It's not developed till you're over 25 years old.
Yeah.
Especially as a male.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
boy.
he's living with them. Everything's going fine. They're having their affair. Everything's great. But in the early hours of March 23rd, 1935, so a year later, not even a year, because this was like, it was November 1934, and now it's March, Alma called their local doctor in hysterics. He came by the house as quickly as he could, and Alma brought him to Rattenbury, who was found lying on his bed in the downstairs bedroom with a blood-soaked sheet wrapped around his head. At first glance, the doctor assumed that Rattenbury somehow hit his head on the grand piano close by. Okay. However, he had no pants on. I don't know why. Well, maybe he was just chilling without pants. Okay. And he was unconscious, but he was still alive. His blood was covered all over the armchair and the carpet. And later, it was discovered that he had been struck multiple times in the head with a wooden carpenter's hammer. The blows were violent enough to remove the back of his skull and cause his false teeth to fall out.
Wait, how old is he at this time?
60.
Oh, he's still 60. Okay.
Or...
61.
Yeah. Maybe a bit older.
63.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe even 70.
Oh, okay.
I guess, because if...
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of time. You know what? Someone do the math. It's fine. Somewhere between 60 and 70 years old. This was unknown by the doctor in the moment, though he called in a surgeon who called an ambulance to transfer Rattenbury to a nursing home. And then this is where they had shaved his head and found his injuries, confirming foul play, contrary to the assumption made earlier by the doctor.
Right.
4 days later, Rattenbury died from his injuries.
Yeah.
Back at the scene, Alma was, quote, highly excited, incoherent, and intoxicated, end quote. And when the police later arrived, she declared that she was the one who attacked her husband with a mallet. She had to be sedated by the local doctor, who would return to Villa Madeira at 4 a.m. with, quote, half a grain of morphia, end quote. Following morning, Alma was taken to the police station where she stated, "That is right. I did it deliberately and would do it again."
Okay, girl.
She was charged with grievous bodily harm with intent to murder. She later stated that she had no recollection of that night and could not remember signing a confession.
Oh.
Quietly and secretly, George, the 18-year-old chauffeur, admitted to the housekeeper that he had actually been the one to carry out the deed. Both Alma and George were charged and sent to prison. While in prison, Alma's eldest son, Christopher, visited her. It's unknown exactly what was shared, but after this, Alma decided to recant her confession. The trial began on May 27th, 1935 at the Old Bailey.
What?
With a line out the door of people trying to get a seat.
Yeah, I bet.
There are photos from this time. I found like all these photos.
Whoa.
They're great. I'll show you them.
Great.
after.
We'll put them on our Instagram.
Yeah. Except they have the Getty Images watermark, but
It's
whatever.
fine.
It's fine. It was heavily covered in the press and was the hot goss of the town.
Yeah.
Both Alma and George entered not guilty pleas, but the jury acquitted Alma and convicted George,
Damn.
who was sentenced to death with a recommendation for mercy from the jury.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There was like, I know. I don't know how. There was like some quotes about how like at first it seemed like Alma was the killer, but then through her trial it was obvious that she didn't do it, and like, but George, blah blah blah, like all of this stuff and yada yada, whatever.
Yeah, but so then the jury convicted him of first-degree murder, and then the penalty for that is just automatically death.
Death, yeah.
But okay, because I was like, why would they convict him to death and then say, well, he should mercy?
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
I know.
I get it now though.
Yeah, I think the judge sentenced him, and the jury was like,
maybe just let him die in prison.
Yeah. So a week later, after George was sentenced, on June 4th, Alma bought a knife, traveled to Bournemouth, and on the bank of the River Avon, she stabbed herself in the chest 6 times, with 3 of those penetrating her heart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She left a note stating, "If I only thought it would help Stoner," that's George,
yeah,
"I would stay, but it has been pointed out too vividly that I cannot help him, and that is my death sentence."
6 times to do that to yourself?
I know.
How do you do it after the first one?
The 3rd, the 4th, the 5th.
How do you, oh my God.
I
That's
know.
so devastating.
In a terrible twist of fate, 300,000 people signed a petition to commute George's sentence to life imprisonment, and it was accepted. He was no longer on death's doorstep, and he only served 7 years in prison before being released to serve for the Brits in World War II. Afterward, he returned to the Bournemouth area and got married.
Wow.
So she killed herself for nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really sad. Really sad.
Wow, that's crazy.
In 1987, he broke his silence about the case after a play about the murder was shown on TV. He said, quote, "It was so long ago, and there was no other person to witness the actual event. The whole crime was committed on an emotional basis. Both I and the lady involved were in a highly emotional state. Our emotions were completely out of control." End quote. So George says that he had been accepted in Bournemouth, saying, quote, "I have lived here all my life, and no one has ever said they were disgusted. They have always sympathized, and I have admitted I had made a mistake."
Wow.
End quote. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Turns out, however, George was kind of a shitty dude.
I was going to say,
obviously.
you know, he turned it around. That is what...
He turned it around.
That is what...
But...
So, yeah, he got sent to war, but that is what rehabilitation is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And now he's going to fuck it up.
Yeah, because in 1990, he was placed on probation for the indecent assault of a 12-year-old boy in a bathroom in Bournemouth.
Oh my God.
He died in Christchurch in 2000.
George. Wait, how old was this guy?
I know.
Holy shit.
I know. Well, he was born in 1916, so he was 84.
Somehow that math doesn't compute in my brain.
I know. Because 1916
to
is a
2000?
world different.
Yeah.
It's like crazy world different. Because, like, the changes of the world were, like, you know? Like, yeah. So crazy.
Wow. That's insane.
Now, it's a shame that Rattenbury's death gets so overshadowed by the chaos that ensues post-mortem.
Yeah.
The papers of the time love sensationalizing murder stories, and on this podcast, we try our best to focus on victim-first mentality. Of course, Alma and George are a huge part of this story, and in the end, there are 2 lost lives connected to Rattenbury's life story, Rattenbury and Alma, and both of those are extremely tragic.
Yeah.
Because Rattenbury was fine with the affair.
Yeah, he was just living.
He was living.
He was just there.
He was living La Vida Loca in retirement.
Right. Also, though, what happened to his other kids?
I don't know.
He just was like, oh, your mom died. Fuck you.
I don't know. I think
because she died.
I know. But they were adults by the time she died. They were, Frank and Mary. Yeah, they were both adult kids.
Oh, okay. So. Then that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So next time you walk around Parliament or the Crystal Gardens, you can remember the architect who, though never formally educated, designed buildings that are quite infamous today. And maybe, if you walk up the steps of the Empress and peer in through the front windows into the lower lobby, you might just spot a slender man with a mustache and a walking cane, waiting to hear the people's praise once again for his architectural masterpiece. And that is the life story of Francis Rattenbury.
Wow.
The end.
Good one. Yeah, he haunts the Empress, so
he does haunt the Empress. Yep.
Guys, go try to find him.
Go hunt him down.
He's just there. He just wants you to admire his work.
Yeah. Talk about how much you love it, and maybe he'll be like, "Ayo," and give you a fist bump.
Maybe he'll give you some knocks.
Yeah, knock with his cane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, some of that story was a little bit confusing, a little bit rocky.
That's fine. That's great.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
Hit the end was like a boom, ball out of the park, baby.
Yeah.
Which sometimes here on Ghoul Society, that's just how our stories are.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
If you have any questions, comments, critiques,
or concerns,
you can email us at ghoulsocietypod@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at ghoulsocietypod and TikTok at ghoul.societypod, or you can just search Ghoul Society and you'll find us.
Yeah.
What else?
You can find all of our resources in each episode's show notes, as well as any trigger warnings for the episodes. And we will see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.
Nice. That was some ASMR for you guys. I'm gonna put that at the end of the episode.
The mouth sounds.